This conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, ma'am.
This conference will now be recorded.
the
This
password I will show
conference will
now.
now be recorded.
Okay,
Yes.
so
So that
once
will
the
be
user
filling in
is,
the
yes,
what is that number 503 509?
that is password. It is showing in encrypted format.
Okay.
It will not show the password in clear text. It will show the password in encrypted format.
Okay.
Okay, so this is password. This is 507. You're asking about this.
Yes, yes.
This is user ID. This is user ID.
Okay. 507
Five,
user ID. 508 is?
group ID.
Okay, okay. User ID, group ID. What is this
User
X?
ID and group ID. See, I'll tell. First is username.
Okay.
First is username. Second is
Mm,
mask password. Here, this is the place for password. And
yes.
this is for user ID. This is group
Mm,
ID. In this
okay.
column, it will show comment. If there is any comment like this, it will show the comment. Next is home directory of the particular user. And last field is about default scripting path of Linux. We are using /bin/bash. Shell scripting is /bin/bash. 7 fields. Each field is separated with colon. First field is username. Second field is mask password. Third field is user ID. Fourth is group ID. For every user, there is a group. That group is called primary group. With the same username, you will get the use group. That group is called primary group. And next is comment. Next, home directory, default location where the data is going to store to that particular user, that location. And default scripting for Linux
Okay.
is /bin/bash. That is showing there. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am. So when we delete a user, so group ID is also deleted.
Once a user is deleted, it automatically deletes primary group also. Group ID also it automatically deletes. The user, the group which comes along with the user, the group is called primary group. Once the user is deleted, it automatically deletes primary group also.
With user ID too.
If you delete any user means along with the user which groups come, that group will delete automatically. It deletes the group also.
Okay.
Roy, if you're not clear, ask me. I will repeat. What is your doubt?
Ma'am, does the group ID also deleted when you delete a user?
Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
Okay,
It
clear.
deletes
Thank you so,
automatically.
thank you so much.
If you want to set password, if you want to set password or change password, see, I have users tail space -5 /etc/password. Okay, I have a user John. Control Alt function F2. I want to log in into John account. It is asking for the password. Without password, we cannot log in into that user. Now, to assign password or change password, command is password. Space to which user? John. Now enter the password. Retype the password. You want to verify. Go to command line interface. Now enter the password. So now you are able to log in because password is generated. Exit to come out from here. I want to assign password to Jack. How to assign the password? Password space Jack. New password. Retype password. Done. Password is assigned. Go to command line interface and check it. Jack. It is asking for the password. Password is there. So we are able to log in. Logout is the command to come out from the particular user.
Ma'am, can user change password?
Yes, yes. You can change the password. That also I'll explain.
Okay.
That's it. This is to change password or create password. We use the command password space username. Password hyphen capital S space username to check password information. Which encryption tool it is using to encrypt a password to check that information. You check the password encryption tool. Syntaxis means to encrypt this password, which encryption it is using to check that information. Excuse me. Password space hyphen capital S space username. Example. Password space hyphen capital S space any username jar. It will show when the password is created, minimum days, maximum days, warning period, and what is the encryption tool to encrypt that password. That information it will show. So in some interviews, they'll ask the encryption tool. At present, to encrypt password, we are using SHA 512 encryption tool. Yeah.
Ma'am, does we have right to
Yeah.
set the time to expire the password?
Again,
What is the default time to expire user password?
see here. This is the maximum days of password.
Okay.
This is
And
warning. Before 7 days, it will give warning. -1 means not even completed 1 day. Zero because we just created the password, right? Like that's why 0 days. Minimum days are zero because we just created, not even completed 1 day. This is the maximum time. This is the warning time. If you want to change, we can change that warning days and expire date. That also we can change. I will show later. I mean, after this topic, I'll explain that. You're getting right?
yes, ma'am.
Userdel hyphen R means recursively. Recursively means everything. Space user. So it deletes the user account and user primary group, home directory, and mail account. Things what comes along with the user. It deletes everything. Now, system hyphen config hyphen users. is the command to enter into GUI mode. You can manage users in GUI mode also by using this command system-config-users. We can enter in GUI mode. So up to now, what we did using commands. So those all things we can do now also. So for example, here the users are, it is showing. Click on this user. Click on delete. Yes. Click on this user. Go to properties. You want to change this TL to HR. You can change. You want to change the home directory. You can change. You want to change the name. You can change. Whatever changes you want, you can do the changes. Click on that user. Delete. Simple. Instead of using user del space hyphen r space username, we are just deleting like this. Okay. Yeah. If you want to create a user, click on add user, username. You can give here something. I'm giving Tom. If you want to give description for that user, mean comment to that user, you can write here itself. You want to give the password, you can give the password here. I'm just giving single character password. If you want to change the home directory, you can change. Or if you want to change the user ID or group ID, you can change here also. You don't want to do anything, just click here. Okay. Yes. User is created. Okay. Now click on user account. Go to properties. Now click on account info. Now if you want to set expire date to this account, means we can set expire date to this account. If you want to log the user, simply you can log from here. You just click on this. Now password information. Click on enable password expiration. Here you can see maximum days what to reduce the days. So days before how many days are there, means this is the time for expiring. No, if you want to set to 10 days also, you can set it. Warning days before.
Ma'am, I lost your screen.
If you want to change the primary group name also, you can change here. So whatever changes we want to do, we can change from here only. Okay. If you want, you can create user. You can modify the user. You can delete the user from here. User manager. How to enter into user manager means by using the command system-config-users. Access system-config- My voice is not audible up to now. User manager, when I explained user manager, at the time my voice is audible or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Creating the user from user manager. At the time, the concept is clear, right? No? Sir, no. Not getting. User manager. When I explained how to create the users graphically, at that time, not now. Previously I explained user manager. No, at that time my voice is there. కొండారెడ్డి గారు సార్ మీకు మైక్ ఆన్ చేసి చెప్పారు
Yes, ma'am. Clear, ma'am.
కాదు నేను యూజర్ మేనేజర్ చెప్పాను కదా కాన్సెప్ట్ అప్పుడు
అర్థమైంది. విజిబుల్, ఆడిబుల్,
ఆ?
ma'am.
వినిపించింది
Audible.
ఓకే
Yeah.
ఓకే సో by using user manager we can create a user, you can delete the user, and you can modify the users also. You can lock passports also from there. You can lock your account, you can lock your passports also. You can change the expire date of your users also. But in some versions in Red Hat, system-config-users, this command will not work. It also required, if this command is not working, then use system-config-users space and symbol. Then it opens user manager. No. To switch user, syntax 1, su space username, example, examples. You tell me what is the difference between these two syntax.
Screen not visible, ma'am.
Screen not visible. Screen visible
No.
for remaining
No, ma'am.
Amar,
Only
No, ma'am.
screen not visible.
Showing Madhuri ma'am Linux admin 7 p.m. only. Now, okay.
yes, visible.
Visible. Okay. So to switch from one user to another user, we have two methods: su space username, su hyphen username. Two methods are there. So I will show you these two methods practically also. Once I completed showing this practically, you guys tell me the difference. Okay. So for that I'll write to switch for user. Example. Su or su hyphen. Okay. So to switch from one user to another user, this one see now. Tail space hyphen 5 space slash etc slash password. I have this uses. Okay, now I'm in root account. I want to log in into Jerry account. PWD. It will display present working directory. At present, where we are under slash root is there, root under desktop. Presently, we are in desktop. From here, I want to go to Jack user or Jerry user. SU space switch user to JERR, Jerry. User is changed, user account is changed, but not asked for the password because super user is logging into normal user account. When super user is logging into normal user, it will not ask for the password. So, user is changed. Jerry user is changed, but what is the present working directory? Desktop it is showing. Where? /root/desktop. It means what? Presently, which user logged in? Normal user. Jerry is logged in. In which computer? Durga's computer. And where this user is working? In /root/desktop. It means in root's desktop it is working. It means now Jerry created any files or directories, data is going to store in root's directory. You get it? I'm going back. I'm just giving exit. Now, where I am? In /root/desktop in root account. Now, from here, I'm going Jerry account again. This time, SU switch user hyphen Jerry I give. Now, if you see, Jerry user is logged in this Durga's computer. Where Jerry user is working? In /home/Jerry. It means Jerry's home directory. It is working in Jerry's home directory. So this is SU space username and this is SU hyphen username. Anyone are clear what is the difference between SU username and SU hyphen username? Can you tell me the difference between these two commands? Anyone? Exactly. Correct. SU space username means it will change the user account, but you will be in your last working directory only. But SU hyphen username means it will change user account and it will change the home directory also. Say for example, I'll give you again another example. CD space /var. Where we are exactly now? In /var. Who is there in var? Root is there in /var. Present working directory is present working user is root. And what is the working directory means? Var directory, right? From here, I'm going to Jerry. Now, if you see here, user is changed to Jerry. Account is changed, user account, but directory are not changed. Still, you are in var directory only. So, SU space username means it changes the user account, but it will not change the current working directory. You will be in last working directory only. But SU hyphen username means it will change user account as well as it will enter in particular user home directory. I'm going back. CD space /root/desktop. I'm in my desktop. Now SU hyphen Jerry. You are in Jerry account. If you we are /home/Jerry. Now from here, this particular Jerry user wants to go to super user account SU just by giving SU, and it is asking for the password because normal user is trying to log in into super user account, administrator account. So that is the reason it is asking for the password. When I gave the password, we entered into root account, but current working directory not changed. Still you are in Jerry's home directory only because just by giving SU you came to root account. Okay, now this time SU hyphen Jerry I'm giving. You are in Jerry's account. Now from here I want to go to super user account. SU hyphen. Now where you are. Root's home directory. Within your super user home directory you are. Simple this is. To switch from one user to another user, either you can use SU command or SU hyphen command. SU space username means it will change the user account, but it will not change. It will not go to user particular user home directory. It will be in last working directory only. The su space hyphen username means it will change user account and it will change the home directory also. It will go to particular user home directory. Is this clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
The next topic is group administration. Tell me, we already have users. What is the purpose of creating groups again? We have users. We created users. Individually, you can log in into every user and you can access that users. If you want to apply the permissions to any user means you can apply the permissions to that users as a super user. That is fine. Now, what is the purpose of creating group?
Ma'am, to give access to the single user at once, not one by one.
Ex- Exactly. Exactly. To reduce administrative work. Right. And so for example, let's take our WhatsApp as example because that is very easy to understand. In your WhatsApp, individually, you can communicate with every number who are in that WhatsApp account. Okay, individually, you can send the text message, audios, videos, whatever you want. You can send to individually. But same information, if you want to send to some bulk of people, instead of sending what we do, we create a group and we add this the members for those who you want to send the same information. You will add that numbers into that group. Say for example, you have 100 numbers in your WhatsApp, but only for 10 numbers you want to give same information. What we do, we'll create the group, we add that members into that group, and we'll send the information to that group. So instead of sending one by one, same information you are passing to some number of people. So you're reducing your work. Same language here also in our computer also. If you have 100 users, for 10 users, you want to apply the same permission. You want to give same policy to 10 members, or you want to remove some policies you want to remove for 10 members. So instead of applying or removing to individual person, what we do in real time, we create a group, we add these users into that group, and we apply the permissions to that particular group. When you apply the permission to that group, it applies to all the users who are in that group. Right? Administrative work is reducing. And now, in WhatsApp, is it possible to create multiple groups in your WhatsApp account? Is it possible to create multiple accounts? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
In WhatsApp, you want to create multiple groups. Is it possible?
Yeah, multiple group possible.
Yes, that is possible. You can create. Yeah, multiple groups are possible. Same like that in our computer also. We can create multiple groups. That is possible in our computer also. Next, in your WhatsApp, you are the admin for three groups. In your WhatsApp account, you have three groups. You are the admin for the three groups. You only create it. Okay, now you want to make one of your friend as admin to your second group. Is that possible? You are the admin to one group, three groups. You want to make your friend as admin to your second group. That is possible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that is possible. So, what is the use of that? When you are unavailable, when you are busy, your friend can maintain your group. Like they can add or remove someone from that particular group, right? In our computer also, if you have multiple group, one of the user who are in that group, you can make them as admin. So when you make them as an admin, when you are busy administrator, you are busy. So what they can do is from their user account, when they log in into their account, they can add or remove someone to that particular group. They can manage your group. That is possible. Now, your friend is you give admin rights to your friend for your second group. You have three groups. Your friend is admin to your second group. Now, is it possible to your friend to add or remove someone from the first group or third group? Is it possible?
No, ma'am.
No, that's not possible. Here also same thing. If you give admin rights to your user to one particular group means they can add or remove someone from the particular group only. They cannot access other groups. They cannot maintain other groups because they have admin rights to only one particular group. Then no. You want to remove admin rights from your friend in your WhatsApp group. Is it possible? Means that is possible. You can remove admin rights. In our computer also, we can remove admin rights from a particular user. Now, you have a common friend. You want to add the person in these three groups. Is it possible? The same person contact number you want to add into three groups. Is it possible or not? In your WhatsApp, you have a friend, you want to add the friend into three groups. You are the admin for three groups. You want to add that person into these three groups. Is it possible? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, possible. Here also that is possible. Same user, you can make admin into multiple groups. That is possible. And you can add the same user into multiple groups. That is possible. You can add same person into multiple groups. That is possible here also. Now, from your WhatsApp, is it possible to remove one user? Is it possible to remove one user from your group? Is it possible?
Yes.
Particular user you want to remove from WhatsApp? Yes, possible. Is it mean that you are deleting that user account from your WhatsApp?
No.
Remove, no. Removing a user, removing a number from WhatsApp group, it doesn't mean that you are deleting that number from your WhatsApp account, right? Individually, you can communicate with them, or if they are in other groups, you can communicate with them there also. Same like that here also. If you want, you can remove one user from a group. Removing a user from a group, it doesn't mean that you are deleting the user. You're just removing from particular group. Okay, and next, already you created a user with some number of people. Already you created a group with some number of users. After some couple of days, again, if you want to add other numbers into your group means you can add, that is possible here. Okay, so if you have a group in your computer, it may be Windows or Linux, the policy is same. If you have a group means you can create multiple groups, you can create single group, and you can add a user into multiple groups. You can make your user as admin. You can make a single user as an admin, or you can remove admin permission. Already group is created means again you can add users into that group. You can remove users from that group. You can do these all things. What is the purpose of this means? For sharing the resources. Instead of sending individually, we can share the resources to the group of people. You can apply the policies to group of people. Permissions. If you want to apply any permissions or if you want to remove permissions from bulk of users means instead of doing it individually, we can apply or remove from everyone if group is there means. Okay, now I want to create a group. And before creating the group, same like user administration, in group administration also there are two files /etc/group and /etc/gshadow. Topic is group administration. There are two types of groups, primary group and secondary group. Primary group means group which comes along with user. That group is called primary group. Secondary group means group which is created by user. That group is called user means super user. That is called secondary group. Take a screenshot of this. Primary group means group which comes along with user is called primary group. Primary group we cannot delete separately. Once the user is deleted, it automatically deletes primary group. Secondary group means group which is created by super user. That group is called secondary group. Completed? The same point. What I explained, the same point is here. When a user is created, a group user take a screenshot of this page. When a user is created, a group with the same name as the user is also created. This became the primary group for that user. A user can have only one primary group. Take a screenshot. Then, information about group is maintained by two files /etc slash group and /etc slash gshadow. /etc slash group contains group information like group name, mask password, it will not show the password here, and group ID. And if any users are added into that group, means that user members, it will show here. This is information about /etc slash group. Please take a screenshot. Completed. Second file is /etc slash gshadow. /etc
Ma'am,
slash gshadow content. Yes,
didn't take the screenshot, please.
one moment. This is completed.
Yes, ma'am.
Next one.
Ma'am, screen not visible, ma'am. Hello,
Yeah, tell me.
ma'am. Screen is not visible, ma'am.
You're not visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Who is that, Amar?
Yes, ma'am.
But remaining screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, visible.
Amar, you have yes, yes. Amar, you have problem. Network issue.
Okay. Okay.
Ma'am, please the last slide so I
Yes,
can
yes.
take a screenshot.
This is complete.
Yeah, completed.
Content of /etc slash group.
Yeah, this one. Okay, done.
Content /etc slash gshadow. Content of /etc slash group contains group information. /etc slash gshadow contains admin information. What is admin information? I will show you practically. Completed.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you want to create group. /etc slash group contains group information. It may be primary group or secondary group. It contains group information. /etc slash shadow contains admin information. Now you want to create a group. I'll show you practically, then I will write if you're clear. Now, I'm running tail space /etc/group to check group information. Now, if you see here, it is showing Khan, Jerry, John, Jack, Tom also. It is showing here. Why it is showing these names here? Can anyone tell? /etc/group contains group information. Why it is showing here Khan, Jerry, John, Jack, Tom informations?
This may be the group member.
Primary groups. They are primary groups. As I told, once a user is created, it automatically creates primary group also with same username. So it is showing that primary groups because /etc/group contains group information. It may be primary group or secondary group. It contains group information. Clear, Ankita Kondareddy?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to create a group. To create a group, simple command. Group add space group name. Group name can be anything. It is give I want to check this particular group is created or not. How to check? Grep space Durga space /etc/group. So this particular group is created. Yeah. Or you can run tail space /etc/group. So this group is created. Now I want to create another group. I want to create a group with sales name. But for that group, I want to give my own ID. Say, for example, I want to give 602 ID for my group. So, group add, you want to create a group -G because you want to change the ID. What ID you want to give? 602. To which group? Sales group. I want to check this. This time I'm running tail space -2 space /etc/group. If you see, sales group is created with 602 ID. Okay. Now, my another requirement is I want to create a user HR group. I want to create. Sorry, I want to create a group HR group. I want to create. For that group, I want to give the same ID what is there for sales. Means 602 ID. I want to. How to give that? Group add -O override. What do you want to override? Group ID you want to override. -G. What ID? 602. To which group? HR group. Now you want to check this. Just run tail space -3 is showing here. The same ID. Is this clear? Clear everyone how to create a group?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah. Create a group. How to create? Syntax is group add space group name. Example group add space to assign group ID. Syntax is group add -G to change the ID and group ID. What ID you want to give? And group name. Example group add -G 602 to sales. To override group ID. Syntax is group add -O override What do you want to override? Group ID. So G. Then what ID you want to override? The ID name, ID number, and group name. Example, group add -O -G 602 to HR, like this. Now, is this clear up to now what we discussed? Clear, everyone? Now, to
Yes, ma'am.
modify a group, you want to modify the group. Say, for example, these are the groups we have. I want to change the group ID of Durga. I want to change group name of Durga. Group mode -N. Group mode means to modify the group. Already group is there, you are modifying. -N. N for changing the name. What name you want to give? Durga Soft. To which group? Durga group. You want to check this. So Durga change it to Durga Soft. Similarly, I want to change the group ID of sales. Group mode -G. Group ID I want to give 508 to sales. I want to check this. See, sales group ID is sales. Same like that, I want to change the group ID of HR also. Already HR group is there with 602, but what ID is there for sales? Same ID I want for HR group also. How to do that? Group mode -O override -G group ID. What ID you want to override? 508. What is there for sales? To which group you want to give this? HR. You want to verify. Now if you see, ID also changed. So like this, after creating the group, you can modify the group. Is this clear how to modify the group, everyone?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah.
When we create a user in X, this X, so that is the encrypted password. But when we create a group, what is the meaning of X?
That is also for password. If you want, you can give password for group also.
This group has a password.
For group also, password can be assigned. We can write a script for assigning password to group also. That also you will get in next class.
Okay.
Mandarity, you are saying something?
No, ma'am.
So as the time is running, they are closing the session.
Hello, madam, one question. Hello? Hello?